Well, tonight, Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio is back home in Miami. He was convicted on felony charges of seditious conspiracy related to the January 6th Capitol violence. But he was just released from a 22-year prison sentence.
Hold on. Look, and I haven't been following this story that much. The Proud Boys ordered was sentenced to 22 years? That's crazy. Let's get back to it. We're going to get off into the trademark, but I didn't realize that he was sentenced to 22 years. That's crazy. Let's go.
Thanks to the sweeping pardons by President Trump. Our Jason Allen, CBS's Jason Allen, that is, caught up with Tarrio as he was flying out of Dallas Love Field just this morning.
The man with one of the longest prison sentences from everybody who was accused of activities on January 6th walked out of prison through Dallas Love Field Airport this morning on his way home to Miami. Enrique Tarrio made no efforts really to hide himself, looking much like he did in those days leading up to January 6th and those days before his trial. He told us today that he really believed President Trump would pardon him, saying that Trump was a man of his word. We asked him if he was surprised, though, that the pardons went as far as they did, to include some people who were involved in violent activities. Notably, he said that he thought people should be held accountable and that they were, but he believed that there was a miscarriage of justice and that people were not treated fairly by the courts.
I think the miscarriage of justice that happened in these cases, regardless if somebody agrees with putting their hands on the police officer or whatnot, how the process worked out was unfair. You know, if you want to have a fair trial, take it outside of DC. DC voted 93% for Biden. So,
and I'll stop it right here. And again, I promise you, we're gonna get to the trademark portion of this situation, especially with regard to the term Proud Boys. But for all of you criminals out there, if you're gonna commit a crime, you probably should know where you're going to probably end up, or the judges that you're going to face, whether or not there's a Democratic court or is a Republican court. You probably should know that information before you go commit crimes. It seems like he's not kind of denying that he committed a crime. He just seems like he's saying 22, which again, 22 years seems like a long time. I know people are killing, people are not getting that. But yeah, no, you definitely probably want to know what district you're in, whether or not it's red or blue before you go to commit the crime. Let's get back to this one here really quickly, and then I promise you, we're going to get to this trademark situation.
Oh, they needed a fair trial. So if we would have gotten a fair trial, I think I wouldn't be in a position where I needed a pardon.
So
I would have been home free.
When I asked Tarrio how he believes this decision by the president perhaps changes in some way the conversation about what happened on January 6th, he said what he thinks is the conversation changed on November 5th of last year when the president was elected again. And when I asked about his current affiliation with the Proud Boys, he told me the media should stop referring to him as the ex-leader of the Proud Boys.
That's wild. So it seems like, is he saying that he's the current leader of the Proud Boys? I think a court will probably say something to that. Let's read this article. Proud Boys, get this out of here, lose their trademark ownership to a black church. They vandalized court rules. So again, he doesn't even own the trademark to the term Proud Boys, so I'm not sure how you can call this company or refer to him as the Proud Boys. Let's go through this article really quickly and then get you guys up out of here. I would love to hear you guys' comments, so please leave your comments in the comment section below. And to the extent that, again, you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button as well as hit the subscribe button to be a part of the community where we talk everything intellectual property. Let's go through the article really quickly. The ownership of the Proud Boys trademark is now in the hands of a black church that the group vandalized in 2020. Yeah, that's crazy. You're talking about the irony in that. The Metropolitan African Methodist Episcopal Church in Washington, D.C. was granted ownership of the group's trademark in a February 3rd ruling. So this a couple days ago, from Judge Tanya Jones Boiser of the Superior Court of the D.C. The decision also gives the Metropolitan AME Church a lien on the trademark and the power to block the Proud Boys from using the trademark or selling licensed goods like t-shirts or hats without the church approval. See, I don't like that, because if you're saying a Proud Boy owner loses their trademark, loses ownership in a trademark, but this is telling me, hey, it's a lien on a trademark. It gives the church a lien on a trademark, which pretty much saying, hey, until the judgment is satisfied. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But let's continue on. empowered to block the Proud Boys from using the trademark or selling licensed goods like T-shirts or hats without the church's approval. So it seems like at least at this point in time, the church have ownership in with regard to the trademark Proud Boys and how it's used. Reached for comment, former Proud Boys leader Enrique. He said, "Forget former, the current Proud Boys owner." The way he made it seem like in that article, I mean in the news that broadcast. So it seems like he's already on X. He got Twitter fingers, and in it he said that the judge should be impeached and the church's nonprofit status revoked. The court decision had been reported early by New York Times. I'm not sure where that's coming from. Tario, who had been serving a 22-year sentence for seditiously conspiracy tied to his role in the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol building, was pardoned by Trump. The ruling of the Proud Boys copyrights, I'm not sure why they say copyright is a trademark. You have to refer to these intellectual property in the right form. Proud Boys, you can't get a trademark. I mean, you can't get a copyright on the term Proud Boys. That's not even copyrightable subject matter. So it's interesting that they're referring to Proud Boys as a copyright. No, this is a trademark. Can't use the terms loosely. The ruling of the Proud Boys trademark stemmed from an incident in December 2020 when members of an all-male right-wing group attended a Stop the Steal event in D.C. and also attacked the Metropolitan AME Church by climbing over a fence to get onto a church property where they destroyed the Black Lives Matter sign, according to the court documents. The court ordered the Proud Boys to pay the church $2.8 million, money that the group has failed to pay, the documents wrote. So again, I'm gonna bring it back on myself really quickly. It seems like the Proud Boys, again, I understand you got pardoned from the January 6th event, but it seems like you guys kind of came after the church and the damage was pretty substantial to get a judgment in the church's favor of $2.8 million again. And that's there. So they didn't lose their, just to be clear, he didn't lose the term Proud Boys or the trademark rights to Proud Boys because of January 6th. He lost the rights to the term trademark Proud Boys as a result of him vandalizing the black church in DC. And again, the court ordered a $2.8 million judgment. So seems like Proud Boys, which we'll get off into the rest of the article here, did not pay or were not making payments towards that judgment. And as a result, essentially just like the court will pull or a debtor can put a lien on your house, lien on your car, they put a lien on a trademark saying that, hey, no, until you pay this, we're essentially going to get all the profits that you make from Proud Boys and other business ventures that you have. And when this lien is satisfied, or once you pay us the $2.8 million back, then we will give you rights to the trademark back. So again, that's the whole thing that I'm kind of up in the air about, because it didn't seem like they gave them the trademark. They're saying, hey, we're going to put a lien on the trademark so that, again, we're going to collect money from the trademark and we have rights to it until the lien, the judgment is satisfied. That's the way I read it. I'm not sure why the article said that they lost rights to the trademark. Let's continue on with the article, though. So $2.8 million, again, $2.8 million. Y'all did some substantial damage. Y'all should be on the hook for that. As a result, the court gave the Metropolitan AME Church ownership of the trademark, providing them with the right to deny use of the group name and yellow and black lower refs. So it seems like they had at least a trademark on the name as well as a logo. But again, they don't give, they have rights, have a lien on a trademark. Or I guess it's a temporary ownership of the trademark. It doesn't seem like, based on if the judgment is satisfied, it seems like they get their trademark back. That's the way I'm reading it. But I may be wrong. This is our time to stand up, to be very clear to the Proud Boys and their ilk that we came here fighting, that we have never, ever capitulated to the violent whims of white supremacist groups. This is the Reverend talk. You know, the Reverend going to make it be known. If they thought we would be afraid, they were wrong. There are many people with us and who stand with us. Again, man, if you vandalize the church, give them their money back. You had to do a lot of damage for $2.8 million. The Metropolitan AME Church was founded in 18. Okay. So from our point of view, it's fitting that the money of the Proud Boys raised in sales and dues will go to the fund to fund the good work of the Metropolitan AME Church. In a statement posted on X, Terrio, it seems like he going off on X. I may have to pull that up at a later date. Terrio indicated he didn't intend to honor the court's ruling. I hold in contempt any motion, judgment, and orders issues against me, he wrote. Well, in that case, then, Terrio, you may not get your trademark back. If you don't, not only are you probably not going to get your trademark back, but, you know, you could potentially look at or get thrown in jail as a result of this. So I don't think that's a good ideal. Maybe you want to settle and maybe pay them a portion of the money as opposed to the full 2.8. But it seems like as a result, at least at this point in time, the church has rights or at least ownership of the trademark. The Proud Boys, talking about the irony of that. And you know how especially how black folks are, we gonna definitely say, see, God got you. We always gonna blame something bad on the devil, and we're gonna blame something good on God. And it seems like in this case, the black church will say God came through and that justice was served. Again, $2.8 million, that is extensive. So if you vandalize a church and you say you're not going to pay you back, it seems like you're probably not a good character or a good person. But that's just kind of my judgment. Again, there are different opinions. Reasonable minds may differ on that. But as of right now, the Black AME Church in Washington, D.C. owns the trademark to the Proud Boys. It seems like they own not only rights to the trademark, which gives them the right to make money off of it, the right to kind of direct or control how it's used. And it seems like they're kind of making sure it's going to be used for good and not bad. And it seems like they're going to have that for the foreseeable future because this guy is not, at least doesn't intend to pay any judgment. I think he talked about maybe changing the name to kind of mocking the black church. It seems like this guy has this kind of screws loose, and I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up here in jail back in jail at some point. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think about it. Again, this trademark stuff is really an asset. That's what happens. Like I said, the car is an asset, your house is an asset, and if you get a judgment against you in court, similar to a business or whatever, a business or a debtor taking a lien out or having a lien against your property or your car, they can have a lien against the trademark, which they have in this case, because it is looked at as an asset, and it seems like they're going to have that lien for the foreseeable future. So let me know what you guys think in a comment section. Do you agree with this? Do you not agree with this? I'm still crazy. 22 years. Seems like that was a long sentence, but again, it seems like based on what he's saying, he may deserve it. Again, please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, as well as hit the subscribe button to be a part of the IP community, where we talk about everything intellectual property matters going on in the current events, lawsuits that's going on, pretty much everything. So again, it'll be something on this channel that you guys can find, and hopefully see you guys next time. Take care.